So let me begin by thanking all General Assembly members and others of you for your leadership and support in securing partial funding for last year's request, which resulted in $615,000 of new funding for the commission. That funding enabled us to make a significant difference for arts organizations all across our state. Thank you for your help. Let's give them a round of applause for that. For fiscal year 2021, our request includes $5.1 million in recurring grant funding, which is an increase of $1 million. The additional recurring grant funding is needed to support the statewide network of local arts providers, arts education, and rural community development through the arts. Currently, the Arts Commission's state appropriation stands at 69 cents per capita. That's 69 cents to provide arts opportunities for each man, woman, and child in South Carolina. The $1 million in new recurring funds would increase that amount to 85 cents per capita and would get the Arts Commission well on its way towards achieving its long-term goal of $1 per capita in grants funding. Additionally, this funding request would return us to almost, let me highlight that word, almost to the agency's funding level a dozen years ago, prior to 2008. These funds will be used to meet numerous pressing needs. First, to keep pace with the increased demand for operating support grants going to local arts organizations. Because of rapidly increasing requests, an average of 21 new applicants per year for the last 2 years, we've had to spread grant funds thinner. The added funds in last year's budget helped us tremendously, but this request will allow us to fully fund our formula and accommodate a growing grantee pool. Second, to increase investments in low-wealth rural counties through our Art of Community Rural SC program. Original to this work are Allendale, Barnberg, Barnwell, Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties. This program has gained traction in these communities and has drawn a lot of positive national attention. Startup funds were provided by the USDA, but our request for new funds will allow us to expand other rural communities, including St. Helena Island in Beaufort, Aiken County, Hanahan in Berkeley, Eastover in Richland County, Chester County, Marion County, Newberry, Pickens County, and the Catawba Nation in York County. All of these counties have requested our assistance and need our support. Third, to keep pace with other programs around the U.S. and support a new pilot project aimed at underserved groups, including an arts project to reach retired military and their families through arts therapy, as well as African American communities and our Hispanic South Carolina citizens. Fourth, to offer much needed professional development for arts providers throughout South Carolina. South Carolina arts organizations, like most small businesses in our state, have limited staffs that are called upon to manage all aspects of their work. And most of these employees don't have degrees or specialized training in arts management or business administration. Similarly, most artists have excellent training in their art forms, but little or no training in the business side of the arts. We have new opportunities to partner with other South Carolina and regional organizations to provide needed training, and these requested funds will make that possible. Fifth, to expand arts education opportunities. Arts education is a primary focus of the South Carolina Arts Commission. We seek to accomplish our goals through educational grants, including ABC advancement grants, arts education project grants, and teacher standard implementation grants. Our vision is to expand the ABC Arts School Network and still keep the funding sustainable and effective. More schools are taking on this work, and as a result, additional funding is necessary to bring these schools into the scope of this project. Additionally, we hope to expand our summer STEAM camps and Read to Succeed camps, targeting students who live in poverty. On a related note, we ask for your support as we strive to increase access to high-quality arts education for all students through the EOC's recommendation of new EIA funds for ABC schools expansion under partnerships in the EIA budget. We are working with that subcommittee on this, but we need your help. And last, we are requesting $3.8 million in one-time, non-recurring funding for arts organizations for facilities, upgrades, and their improvements in those facilities. This one-time funding is needed to support local and statewide arts organizations through improvements, maintenance, and upgrades for their existing facilities. A recent survey of arts organizations across the state revealed that their biggest need is to repair, maintain, improve, and upgrade the facilities in galleries, concert halls, theaters, museums, studios, and rehearsal spaces across this state. Our survey also revealed countless stories about inadequate HVACs, unreliable elevators, ADA compliance issues, outdated bathrooms, leaking roofs, and lack of seating, just to name a few. They provided us with figures around the cost of such projects, and this is what helped us determine the $3.8 million one-time request. Looking toward the future, we ask you to consider our goals. We've seen strong support from you, our General Assembly, for Arts Commission grant making for funds available that are still sometimes considered modest. This year's general fund distribution to subdivision line totaled $4.1 million, which again currently equals 69 cents per capita. However, South Carolina's financial return for investing in the arts is outstanding. For every $1 granted through state appropriations, $46 is generated in additional spending. For example, $4 million in grant dollars was matched with $186 million in fiscal year 2018. I think that's an incredible investment by the Assembly in us. We turn every $1 into 46. In the arts-related sector, this means that in the end, the state's investment contributes to nearly 115,000 jobs and $269 million in state tax revenue. So how do we get to our goal? What would it take to turn that 69 cents into $1 per capita? We are asking that you help us continue to work towards that goal. The cost would not be that great, but the impact for our constituents would be tremendous. The recurring funds we're requesting for next year, again, would move us to 85 cents per capita. It's a meaningful step in the right direction. Thank you again for your help you've given us in the past and for your continued support as we all strive together to make a better and more prosperous South Carolina for all citizens. Thank you.